Welcome to this month's Women in Power webinar, which is hosted by Charlotte Renedam in Denmark and myself, Janneke Haga, in Norway. And this week, or this month rather, we have as our special guest Tina Robertzon. And Charlotte and I, we have met Tina on several occasions, Tina, and it's been really nice. Every time we meet you, you always a big smile. And I met you last time now over in the US at the event over there, which was really brilliant. You know, lots of people, lots of different countries, and so on. And I remember seeing your husband up on stage there.
That's right.
with what you call it again, the rocking ring, which was quite good fun. So, and then, but you have had, special focus on certain things this past year. And I remember when we met you at the event in Stuttgart, then you told Charlotte and me that you really were going for it. So, and you have been doing some special things focusing on the business, and we're really excited about hearing your story with what you've been focusing on and so on. So, Charlotte, aren't we? So, and you will then do the introductions and so on.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, we're really happy that you wanted to be our special guest. So thank you for that. We're always curious how women are doing the business, and we are happy when people succeed. You and of course together with your husband Anders just won the European competition. So we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but could you start out just briefly tell a little bit about yourself, your background, what did you do before Nikken, and why Nikken?
Yes, I love to. Thank you so much for having me in this webinar. I'm really proud that you asked me. So I'm happy to share with you my story. As you all know, I am married with Anders, and I'm 55 years old now. And we started with Nikken 15 years ago. And I am a registered nurse. And I worked at the hospital nearby where I live in the west coast of Sweden. And we found Nikken because, first of all, I had a husband who has very pain in his neck because he had a car accident and got this whiplash injury, and all that comes with that. Yeah. And I was looking for something else to do in my life because I really was frustrated and I wanted to do more than just being a nurse. I wanted to help people in a different way. I wanted to give people a chance to live a more balanced life with a higher quality. And I saw that I had that purpose really early in my life, and I didn't have the vehicle to do that. So when Nikken came into our lives, I just saw the 5 pillars of health, and I just think to myself, wow, this is it. And ever since then, I have felt so in love with Nikken, and still do after 15 years. So that is my background, and Anders and I were working together with it, and now I'm doing full time with Nikken. So I'm really happy to have that chance to do that.
Yeah, amazing. And now you mentioned you're doing this full time, so you must treat this as a business. Often we hear people they start and they treat it like, yeah, it would be fun if we could reach Royal Diamond or earning the income of a Royal Diamond and all this. But a lot of people forget that it is actually a business. It is actually a job, even though the job description might be a bit different. And now since you won this competition, I know people in Europe, they know what's it all about. It was our complete balance. that you went out and sold to quite a few people.
Yes, I did.
And told a lot of people about it. And of course, the rest of the world didn't have that competition, but you were the best in Europe.
Yes.
So how did you go about that? First of all, how did you decide that, okay, this is a good competition, I want to do this? Why this one?
It was quite easy, because in Oslo, when we heard about Complete Balance by Barbara Cox, I was so inspired by her, and I saw at once that this Complete Balance was in line with what Nikken is, as to think the whole way in the lifestyle, and when we have this Complete Balance, you can help people to lose weight, to gain weight, and to also have it when you do a lot of training, which I do. So I saw that as a quite good thing, and to help people with how they eat, and how they relate to food, how large the size of portion is, and how they should do some workout and do some exercises every day. And you have all that in Complete Balance program, and you can send people to that page, and I saw that this is quite amazing. And if you can have the Complete Balance, I can door opener for the rest of Nikken, because I have experienced that if you can talk with people we women are really interested in weight loss or weight gain, or so it's easy to talk to people about how they feel about themselves, and if they want to go to lose some weight. So I felt that this is really what I have missed in Nikken, to have that as well to offer people. So when I heard that in Oslo, when Barbara Cox was so inspiring, and she told about the web page and all that, and how good it was, how the product was so good with all the nice stuff in it, and everybody could eat it, even vegans, and if they have lactose intolerance and all that. So it was really great products. So I just felt that, oh wow, I must go for that. So I just talked to a lot of people and got so good response from them, because it took care of the whole thing when you have eating disorders and all that. And I have talked to people every week and asked them how are you doing, and are you doing good, and I also have a chance to talk about the rest of Nikken's products. So I've got very many people also to look at Nikken as a business, and with other things I'd Complete Balance. So I just decided that I should win this competition. I really wanted that.
Amazing. So did you first seed was planted in your head in August by Barbara, and then did you then go home and make a plan that often we hear you need to plan, set some numbers and all these schematic things, and for a lot of women it's like, oh, numbers, what do I need to do, and I need to take the phone and things like that, which a lot of men are really good at.
Yes, I know that, and unfortunately I'm not that kind of person. You know me, Charlotte. I'm not that planning woman. So I just decided I want to win this, and I just thought about a lot of people that I wanted to help, and I wanted to offer them this really, really good products. So just with joy, I went out and talked about it. So that's how I did it, and I felt good about it, and I felt, wow, this is really working. So then when you got that feeling, then you do more of it. It's a good circle.
Yeah, I think the key word you just said, that joy.
Yeah.
You did it with joy, and like what we called this webinar tonight was also passion. Because when we had our little talk, and yeah, I know you a little bit.
Yes.
And the passion is important for you, because else it's just, yeah, you could have stayed as a nurse,
Yes, that's
doing
right.
your job. And you told me that when you forget about your passion for a second or a month or two, or how long it goes, something happens to your company as well.
Yeah, that's right. So I have tried so many times during these 15 years to change myself, to do to be a business woman who I thought must be in a certain way. And then I forgot about my own passion. I forgot about the love I feel for Nicken and all the products and all that. And I lost that feeling. I lost that. What I really want to do is to show Nicken, to improve people's lifestyle, and do it with love and joy and have fun. And when I really got that back, then the job is easy. You don't have to think about it. You just have that great feeling inside, and you meet a lot of good people, and then it just happens.
Yeah, it sounds so easy,
yes,
but I think I understand what you're saying, and yeah, and a lot of time we talk about that work should be fun, and because then you don't think about it as work, and I think a lot of people who's listening in or listening to it later know that feeling, that if you really want something, you don't really think about how you will get there or how you get these things.
You just go for it.
You just go for it, yeah. So what do you do to like stay or remember your passion, like so that you don't make these mistakes of losing track of? Do you have something like, okay, most of all we have vision boards that we've done as Humans Being More and things like that, but do you have something like, okay, this is my passion, this reminds me of why I'm doing this?
I have a daily thing that I do every morning. Then when I wake up, I say to myself that I'm thankful for this day. I'm going to do the things that I want to do, that I like to do, and take new contacts with people. And if I don't feel that joy that day, then I phone somebody that know me, that I can talk to for a while, so I can get the energy back, because of course I have my days when I don't feel like doing anything, and then you have to and then you have to have somebody, some friend, or if you have some downline or upline that you can call and said, please, today I'm not feeling so good. Just talk with me for a moment so I can get the energy back. And that really helps. I found my upline and talk to them, then I get my energy back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's a wise thing to do, and it's important to surround yourself with like-minded people or with Nicken people, because they have a certain energy. And of course, it's normal for everybody, regardless of rank and how many years we've been in Nicken, that you will have bad days or days with less energy. But then it is nice to have a tool to, okay, how do I stay focused without it having to be like, oh, no, I have like Monday morning at a normal job. A lot of people, oh my God, it's Monday again. So yeah. And like Janneke and me, we started oh my God, I think it's or something like that, we found out that we had some of the same challenges. So we started talking on a daily basis to motivate each other and inspire each other. So, and we're cross lines, but it can be anybody that you feel having the right energy. That okay, we all know certain people that if you call them up, they're always happy, or just know the right things to say to you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, so but if I go a little bit back, you said that you started in Nikken, or you got to know Nikken because of your husband's neck injury.
Yes.
So from there and seeing the opportunity and getting it to be your passion, what happened? Because I think he probably got some products on and it helped, but that doesn't mean that you should take this to the next level and start it as a business.
No.
How did you find this, or how did you become passionate about this?
Yeah, it was really because I saw the 5 pillars of health. I saw the broader picture. That I saw that I can offer people so much more than just the products for the body, because we have the body, mind, and soul, and family, and economy, and society, and all that links together. And that was really what I was looking for, to live a better way, and to offer people solutions for them, because I know that it's so many things who influence your life, not just the physics of my English. It's what people you are surrounded you with, and what you're doing with your professional life, and how you can develop as a person, and how your family is, and you have all that in Nikken, so you can help people in so many ways. Both in your physical body, and both in all that other stuff that is so important in life to live a really balanced life. So I just clicked on that, the 5 pillars of health.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and was your husband on the same track at the same time?
No.
Or
No? He wasn't. He was really happy to not have any pain in his life, of course. So he was really passionate about that. But he saw the money.
Okay.
Yeah, he saw the business. So he started to count, and so he couldn't sleep at night, because he saw, wow, this is really a business that could change our life. So we had quite a different way into Nikken. He saw the business, the really just the business, and I saw the other things. So we really had a good mix there together.
Yeah, but and that is what we often hear, that if both of them see the opportunities, they see it differently, and that is also why we work differently.
Yeah, that's right.
And that is why actually we start these webinars, to figure out, okay, is there something that we can learn as women, not doing these things as the men, because that will never work. No. And as you also said, that in the beginning you tried to be that businesswoman that you thought you should be to do this thing, and to become the leader that you should be in Nikken. And it doesn't work if you pretend being somebody that you're not.
That's right.
For the sake of a job. But the problem is like, okay, but then what to do then?
Yes, but later
society.
on, I really saw the business opportunity as well, because when the more I learned about it, the more I learned about the compensation plan, and when you build your business, then you have all sorts of people in your business that you have to teach. So you have to learn about the business, and then I really discovered that, wow, this is really great business, and really great for women, because we are so good at talking with people, we're so good taking care of each other, and have a business that you can earn money of it. It's so great. So I learned to love the business as well, but I do it differently than my husband.
Yeah, but and I think the key word here is that different doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's like,
no, that's right.
He's
Because
successful and you're successful. You attract different people.
Yeah.
At the same time. And like you said that you're not the big planner. I think Anders is more of a planning guy. But since you're not planning and just talking, it's like you must have some system, some structure, or you just.
Yeah. I have that, but I don't have to write it down. But I plan my day every day. I plan what I should do, and I do it.
Okay.
So I do that, but I don't have paper to write it down and all that, because I have it in my head. So I decide every morning I'm going to do this and this and this, and then I do it.
Okay.
Simple as that. And it works for me.
No, but I think that I can't speak for everybody, but I have been like you, that okay, you see businessmen and businesswomen, and you have like this prototype. Okay, this is how I'm supposed to, and numbers and pen and paper and all these things, and all great leaders, they try really to help us with another structure and another PowerPoint, and sometimes it's like, but where's me? Where's my passion? And how can I do all this? So yeah, I think it's great to know that, oh, it's okay to just have the ideas up in your head and your structure up in your head, as long as you do the work.
Yeah, that's right. Because every morning when I eat breakfast, I look at my life cycle plan. I have it in front of me, and there it says the things I want to do in my life, and I see that and I say, okay, I'm going there. So that's why I have to do certain things today.
Oh yeah. And another great tool. A reminder of what you want, where you want to go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and because at a normal job, I think a lot of us can relate. Then when you're eating breakfast, it's like, okay, how big is the pile of work that I left last Friday or whatever? It's not okay. What can this give me? It's more like, okay, in 3 weeks I will have vacation. It's some total different thoughts that going through your head.
That's right.
And I think it's important and inspiring to know. Actually, you might be more positive thinking towards what you're going to do all day when you every morning look at whatever dream you have.
Yeah, that's right.
Big or small, it doesn't matter. Just that you want to go there. Because also something we talked about is that, for instance, me, regarding the competition, I was also in Oslo, and I got also really inspired by Barbara Cox. But I have some, I don't know, mental block. If I put up a goal that now this month I'm going to do certain numbers of PV or sign-ups or whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, then it's like, then I'm choking or I'm getting all tied up when I'm talking to people. It's like then my passion disappears. It fades away because now it's all the numbers and I have to, and or if going to get the next rank, it doesn't matter. But if it's too structured, then it's like, then I'm choking.
I really know that feeling. So I can really relate to it. But this complete balanced competition was easy for me because I stepped out of my comfort zone and asked women that I was really afraid to ask them, but when I did, they were so thankful and they wanted to join. So that was a big step for me, that really dare to ask people that I at first thought that, oh, I don't dare to talk to them because I don't think they want to do this. But I did anyway, because I thought that the product was so good and that product should really help them. So I really stepped out of my comfort zone and asked them, and it felt so good that they said yes. So after that, it was so easy to talk to more people.
Yeah, it's when the success stories starts to come in. It's we often hear about this small snowball. You start pushing up the hill, and suddenly it is turning over the hill. Oh, it's interesting.
But I really feel that if you just meet people and show them how much you care, then something happens. You share your love with them and you care about them. Then you got really nice feedback, and then it's easy to get the thing started. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Good. It's nice to talk to women, because we really need to talk to each other. How we should do this.
Yeah. So, but now with the competition, you of course you started with the product.
Yeah.
And I guess you didn't go up to people looking overweight, say, "Oh, I have a product for you."
No.
You might have said something else. But do you always lead with products, product experience, product? I know it's about listening to what people say, but sometimes it's in your mind. You can, oh, should I start here or should I start there? They said something both.
No, I don't do neither of them, because I talk about lifestyle.
Okay.
So, and if I have a meeting with people, I talk about lifestyle, and I ask them what they are interested in and have an ordinary conversation with people and really show interested in them, in them. And talk about my lifestyle and how I want to improve people's life, and I start there.
Okay. And that then you can like cover all the 5 pillars of health one by one. So you really tailor-made the meeting to the person that you have in front of you, if you understand what I mean. And now I'm just thinking that I don't know, but then it's easier, because you're not asking them, okay, are you hurting somewhere? Do you have some illness? Is there anything I need to help you with? No, you just you're not looking for those things, even though you will pick up on them if they say something. Lifestyle talk, but lifestyle that is really broad, and
it is,
and you can easily like pinpoint and narrow it down to getting the right answers.
That's right.
I made a note here. I'll try that next time. See how that will go. Because but it's often like we talked about, okay, which pitch do you use, and we'll get to that. You get to tell if you have a pitch. It's like I often like, okay, when people ask, okay, what do you do then? What is it that I do? I do a lot of things.
Yes.
And often I feel trapped on both legs. Actually, don't really know which one I should start with when I don't know where they are at. And actually, I had it only yesterday. I met an old friend going home. I haven't seen her, I don't know, 15 years or something. And she asked me the question before I had a chance to say, oh, by the way, what do you do now? Afterwards, when I knew what she was doing, I knew what I should have said. but it's funny, I always trap myself and find it difficult to, what is it that I do? I'm no longer a dance teacher. I'm no longer a florist or whatever I have been doing throughout my year. I don't have like this job description.
No.
So if I would meet you, I haven't seen you for 15 years, and I ask you, oh, by the way, Tina, where are you? What are you doing now? What will be your answer?
Yeah, I keep it really simple. I just say what's in my heart, and I often say that I'm working with a Japanese company who is a health company, and I don't say anything more. And then I ask for questions. I wait for questions from them. Then they can ask me, "Oh, is that interesting or not?" And if I don't say anything, I don't say anything anymore. So I make it easy for me. I just said that I work for I'm working with a Japanese company who is in healthcare.
Yeah, and you didn't say anything that's not true, so that is easy.
Yes. So I don't have any. I don't have any other pitch to say, because I'm not so smart. So I just take the easiest way and say that.
No, but it doesn't have to be fancy or anything. It's like if you were an accountant, or when you were a nurse, you would just say, "Oh, I'm a nurse at so and so."
That's right.
You wouldn't like start to explain that, "Oh, I have these and these patients," yada yada yada, which we often tend to do in Eken. Yeah. I'm working with this, and I have magnets that can do, and then I have a sleeping system, and that will be really good for you, and yada yada yada. And people are just like, whoa, okay, look at the watch, or something like that.
That's right. That's right.
So it doesn't have to be if you're clever or not. It's just to state it short and clear, and look if they're actually interested, or if it was only this polite phrase that we have to say when we meet people. It's like when you say hello, how are you doing? Everybody's saying, oh, I'm fine.
Fine. Yeah, that's right.
Regardless how they're actually feeling. So Japanese company, that must be easy to remember. I think even me with having this small child and can't remember anything, and I think I can remember this one.
Yes.
So yeah, and now since you're not a planning type, and you want to help the world as a lot of women want. I often think, oh, if I could just do everything for free, I didn't have to think about the money. Oh, it would be so much easier. And that is, like you said, Anders was the first one to understand or to see the opportunities in the business. And it's like us women, we we forget that part, or it takes us a little bit longer before we I can earn money. Interesting. So if you should come with an advice for women to say, okay, what should they think about when they start building this business, or we restart it? It doesn't matter how long you've been in the business going on.
I think you must look into your heart and see what kind of person am I, what really inspire me, and what do I want to do in my life. Really think about that and decide to have some fun with this, and of course you have to plan that you want to do the business, and then really want to do the work, because it's work, and decide to do it with joy, and decide that despite what people are saying about you, and if you don't have the results that you want to, just forget about it. Take on your armor of positive energy and take, okay, not today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be good. So I think you have to look inside yourself to see what your passion is. What kind of person are you? How should you say to be honest with yourself and to be honest in front of the people you are meeting? And then they can see that you are honest and that you want to do good with them. And I think it's you must find the joy inside you. You must really feel that this is me, this is what I want to do, and go for it.
Yeah. Sounds great. And I was just thinking that the part that you said that you're using your upline to stay motivated. I think that's an important key. Like you said, okay, you have days who say, okay, maybe tomorrow, but it shouldn't be like you could keep on postponing because what is one more day? Doesn't matter, and then suddenly you're stuck in this downward spiral instead of the upward one. Your upline somehow must know what your dreams are.
That's right.
At least when you started. And again, if you lost them or got lost along the way, got your passion, it might be time to go back and say, okay, how was it when I started? Why did I start? What did I put on my life cycle plan back 5, 10, 15 years ago? Of course, things change, but still, there's a reason that you put them there.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
that can, re-inspire you to, okay, because I think a lot of grown-ups, but especially women, we forget to dream. It's like, then you have your education, then you have your family and children and house and everything, and you need to do the payment every month. And then what? There's no more time for dreaming, and then I was thinking the other day that often people was telling me, but that's not realistic, and just like, oh, so you call yourself realist, I will call you pessimist. Because that's how the society is. It's actually not realist that's going around. No, they're pessimists because they're stuck in that, 9 to 5 and so, and this is the payment, and then you can get such a house and so, because that's normal. That is
that's right.
What society expects of you, or something like that, or we think it is. And that actually helped me that, no, it's not realistic. It's just something that society have put up somehow as a standard somewhere. and who's going to tell me what my realistic world is going to look like?
Yes. It's like Eric Worre said, we have a better way. we really do.
Exactly. And I think that there's a reason why we are so many women in Niken and in network marketing in general. It is we really want this. We really want something else. We don't want to work 9 to 5 or these hours. We want to have the freedom to be with our children or our family, or to travel, or wherever we are, depending on how old and what we have achieved already.
That's right.
So yeah, but we need to learn to see this as a business, see this as a job, because that is what I often hear, and myself included. It's like, yeah, okay, I can do it tomorrow. I can also do it next week. I have a customer here, I have a customer there, but one here and there is not going to fulfill my dreams, and is not going to pay for my dream house or my vacations. And if, like you said, my passion is also to help a lot of people, and I love when people are calling up early in the morning, like so happy because of they slept all through the night or whatever. And it's just like, oh, that is why I'm doing this. So why don't I do more of it? Why I only have one calling me? I should have at least 3 calling me every day and telling me these things. So yeah, we need to inspire women to step up and shine, like we have had before during these calls. So I have to go in and listen to Rihanna's song "Shine Bright Like a Diamond," because that is what we are, all women. So we just need to believe it, that it is possible, and without having to do it the male way. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
It works for them, and something else works for us. And I'm so happy that you were honest and told us that you're not a planner, and you still won the competition. I know that Anders probably also had his share of doing in this, but at the same time, I think a lot of women could relate to specific to this special product. So yeah, I think a lot of your doing must have been adding up as well.
Yes.
So do you have like any final thing that how to maybe find back to the passion, I think, or refine it, or finding it for the first time? What should people do to go and soul searching? I was almost going to say.
I think when you're down, just do a meeting with people, meet people, because you got the energy back then. If you're feeling down and if you not have the energy, book a meeting, then you get the energy, because it really gives energy to talk to people. Even it's not if the meeting is not you find the really businessman or woman in the meeting, but you have a meeting and you talk to people, and then you get your energy back if you sit in front of people. So I know that by myself. If I have a week that I don't talk to people and I don't meet people, then I go down. I feel like trapped in my house and all that. But as soon as I go out and talk to people, if I just do it in a cafe or what, then I got my energy back.
Also, so you're one of these people that is chatting along when you're sitting there minding your own business with your coffee and and you're just a friendly face starting a conversation.
You know, if you give a smile to people, you get a smile back.
That's true.
Yeah.
Most of the time, at least.
Yeah, that's
if
right.
they're not smiling back, we don't want them in the business.
No, that's right. That's right.
So so we need to go out, drink some more coffee at coffee shops, book some more meetings, smile more.
Yeah.
Have our business, not business plan, life cycle plan, also what I was looking for, in front of us. And actually, I remember, I don't remember who told me, but she actually made her life cycle plan as this cover that's underneath. Oh, now it's my English words that's missing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's evening. Like no, she laminated it so when she was eating her breakfast, she could, literally sit there with her coffee and everything, and she couldn't avoid seeing it, so she didn't have to pull it. It was always right at the table there, and her husband had his on his side. So they were always reminded that, okay, doesn't matter where she put the plate or the coffee, there was always some pictures.
Table mat, that's what you call it, Charlotte.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was
You're welcome.
Totally blank. Thank you so much. Always some picture popping up that reminded her that, okay, this is what I need to do. This is why I need to go up and take these phone calls or book the next meeting. Amazing. I think we got a lot of great stuff. What do you say, Janneke?
I'm getting myself on here again. Oh, just sorry. As we said, we're not used to this system that much, so you have to excuse us a little bit. Yeah, I think we have. I noticed we have a couple of questions as well, so I will just put those up in case we can actually, answer them if there are some more things here. The first one is from Jeannie Fuller. Jeannie, you are asking, how does she talk to a new person to not only show the products but also the business? I hope that with the answer Tina gave here, that you got an answer to that she doesn't only lead with the products, but she does have a short pitch in saying, she works with a Japanese company. It can be other things. It can be helping people with the, getting the lifestyle they would like, etc. And then we have someone, Brigitte, you asking about what should I do to lose weight. I guess you probably have gone on to the website that has to do with Complete Balance. It actually has a program that you can subscribe for, where you then get information via email with updates and so on. And there is also information there specifying what you need to do if there is a person wanting to lose weight, or if they want to just remain with the weight they have, or if they want to gain weight, as in if they're doing a lot of exercising and need a lot of additional energy with the food that they eat and so on. And then we have Pam saying, I use what Pat and McDonald say. I'm a life extension specialist. It works great. Well, wonderful, Pam. Thank you. And then we have Brigitte again. Where do you meet with people? I think Tina just answered that in saying that you go out, and that's what you have to do. I mean, myself, I have a dog. And dogs are brilliant for meeting people. I don't know how many people I've spoken to over the years with this dog about all kinds of things. And it's amazing, you start talking with them about the dogs, but it's amazing what I've heard these people tell me about all kinds of things related to their lives. And then having got their emails and been able to send them some information, and might not have been that they wanted, anything in particular there and then, but they might have got back to me then later on in wanting products or wanting more information, or having sent my information to somebody else and sharing it, etc. So the thing of getting out there and talking to people is important. Absolutely.
But I also think that she might mean where she have the meetings. Do you room in your home, or do you have a center nearby, or do you meet at a cafe? When you do these like small talks, not when you meet people to the introduction, but when you say, okay, now I set up a meeting with Susan, where should we meet? Does she come home to you and drink a cup of coffee, or do you have how I think that is what she's meant. Where do you have
I do mostly in-house meetings.
Okay.
As either at home in my place, or in their place, or if they want to, in a cafe.
Okay. Do you bring all your products then?
Pardon?
Do you bring all your products with you if you go out?
No. Just I have my little bag with the insoles and some magnets and some power band and so on. Not much.
Okay. So you can do some little tests and things.
Yeah,
with it.
That's right. That's right.
And it's amazing. I mean, when you do that, it really is amazing. I've had it several times with people, standing on top of the insoles or whatever, where they're just like, this can't be true. This really can't be true. And it's like, okay, we'll try again, double check it, and it still works the same way. So it's quite amazing, actually.
Yes.
Are there any more questions? I mean, for all of you listening in, you can see that you can write with the Q&A. So if there's anything else, just ask now, then please write in. Otherwise, I mean, just to summarize a little bit here, then, you wanted to live a more balanced life, Tina. We all want to do, and it's finding our way with that. What is it that we're passionate about? What is it we would like to really do with our lives, and then using Nikken as a tool and finding the best way for each of us really to use it as a tool for us, because we can't do it the way of somebody else. We can only do it from our heart and the way that resonates with ourselves, really. And you found Barbara Cox really inspiring. Charlotte and I, we also find her very inspiring, and we're so happy that she will actually be on our retreat coming in person in Budapest. So you will have time to, talk more closely with her there, and she will be sharing a lot of really wonderful information. So you will get that source of inspiration there. Having a passion, that is important. And I guess with everybody, all of you, if you, like you said, Tina, have something you really, really want to do, it's amazing how you can actually do it. And you will get to do it. You don't necessarily know the road ahead, the bumps, the mountains you need to climb, but you will get there regardless. And you might not have any clue how to get there, but you will if you're really passionate about what you do. So that's why it is important, digging into what it is you want, and why you do something, why you get up in the morning. I like that when you said that you start the day in a certain way and reminding yourself. I do as well. Being out for a walk in the morning, then I sort of think about the positive things. What am I grateful for? When I go to bed at night, I also think about what are some nice things that I've done today or achieved and so on, because it's a nice way of closing down the day. and opening the next day. And it puts your mind in a certain way as well. And there is a lot of research done on how important that is for your brain in focusing in a positive way, as opposed to what we could focus on and we shouldn't focus on, really. And also this of having some sort of inspiration. Charlotte and I, we have talked over the years now a lot. We've used each other as inspiration sources. And for a while, we talked every single morning. So it could be a cross line, it could be an up line, it could be a down line, but it has to be someone, you trust, and who can get you going. You can get your frustrations out. If you're very happy, you can get that out as well, and have somebody who will be glad on your behalf. So that is really wonderful. And then having that, getting your energy that way, or however, what the things you need to do. Then also the fact that we have a lot of solutions, and I find that every time I talk to new people and I see that, wow, I can help them in some another way, with some or another. It could be health issue, it could be other things, it could be increase their business, and so on. And I find that it resonates more and more with them, and it's just such a great feeling every time you get these positive feedbacks. And it's like Charlotte said, we just have to do a lot more of it, because you sort of thrive on the positive feedback you get. We don't thrive on things being just running along, like they do on an average day. That's not what we need. We need more of the positive stuff. And whatever type of planning we do, your planning is keeping it in the head, but that's also planning. So I have my little book where I write, make my notes and do put things down. And so I like crossing off the lists. Some people do, some people don't. But then I also am a bit like Charlotte, that putting up these big goals in the sense of having, I have to call so and so many, that gets a bit like suffocating. But still, if I know that the more I call, or the more people I talk to, the more positive feedback I get, then that inspires me. So you sort of, it is a rolling ball kind of thing. What else? You mentioned one last thing. I just picked up on that, Charlotte. This with being a realist. For those of you who were in the US, there was a book mentioned over there called Once Upon a Cow. I don't know if you've all read it yet, but in that book, realists are also part of the cow. Charlotte, that is a cow, the realist. And that can be found, more information about that type of people in the book. But they call themselves realists for a reason, because then they have a very plausible reason for why they choose to do things in a certain way and be realistic, as they call it. But it is a cow.
That was what I realized.
Yeah. So that's the thing, we have to get rid of more cows. You mentioned when we explained you about the cow thing, that you had a whole farm you wanted to sell. I assume there are lots of other people around who also would like to sell some farms filled with lots of cows.
I'm giving them away for free now.
Yeah, you're giving them away for free, whatever, anyway. But starting from that point, that and are aware of the issues, that's what's important. I guess that there are no more questions just now. What we'll do, we've talked a little bit about the fact that we are in Europe now. We're going to have a Women in Power retreat in Budapest. So Tina, you will be there, and we know there are lots of other people coming as well, and we're really looking forward to that. And then at the same time, almost, they start on the 1st of May instead of the 30th of April, which we start. Then there will also be an American retreat. So we will be sharing some of the speakers, and then there will be local activities and various things that we will be doing, and local speakers, etc. as well. But these two events will be really brilliant. And for those of you attending, you will have an incredible time and go home afterwards with, filled with energy. We know that. So we'll be really looking forward to seeing you there. And then, well, as you keep saying, Charlotte, time's running fast, and it is. So what we would like to is just say thank you very much. Was there a fifth question here? I'm just checking that before we... let's have a look. Oh, yeah, just looking forward. Thank you, Brigitte. So am I. Time's running up, and we have these as monthly webinars, which most of you would know, but if you're new to this, then do go back, look at the royalalliance.com. There is a YouTube channel via the Royal Alliance with the recordings of all the previous webinars. We've had a couple of times when somehow the systems haven't worked properly, and then we've had some people being very lucky, being the only ones listening to those webinars and getting some good information. So that's why it's important also listening in on the live versions. But do go back on that. You will on the Royal Alliance find when the next webinar is up, and join us for that one. And do you have anything else to say, Charlotte?
No, that next month we will be back on our normal week day. So it's normally the second Wednesday of the month. This one was just because of Easter and a lot of technical things happening that we changed. So for you listening in now, next one will be the second Wednesday of the month, like we normally do. So yeah, stay tuned and stay excited and passionate. Go get the world.
Yeah, and thank you very much to you, Tina, for being on. It's nice to get the international perspective. We've had some Americans on, we've had various Europeans on, etc. And that's what we want, just to share those stories from around the world of the different women, because we all have slightly different ways of how to do it, but then we do also have things in common because of the way we think and do things. And then it's very valuable sharing those stories, because it can be a source of inspiration for other people as well, both the men and the women.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It was really, really inspiring. So thank you so much.
And thank you, everybody, for being on. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Have a great day.